We want to start the day feeling our best, energized and ready to take on the world. But sometimes, despite our best intentions, our morning routines might be secretly sabotaging us, especially our gut health. You've probably heard it before, but your gut is basically your second brain. I tell everyone this. It impacts everything from digestion to mood to immunity, and it turns out how you kick off your morning can have a major ripple effect on how your gut feels all day. So, what are the morning habits that could be doing some real damage? Let's talk about it. Habit number 1, basically chugging that first coffee, especially on an empty stomach. You know, it's not good. And reaching for that massive cup of coffee, that cuppa, the second you open your eyes on an empty tummy. I know many of us feel like we can't function without it. But think about it, that caffeine is a pretty strong stimulant. And when it hits an empty stomach, it can trigger acid production and cause irritation, and sometimes even lead to things like heartburn or anxiety-induced digestive issues like IBS. Look, it's like demanding your car go 0 to 60 the instant you turn the key on. A cold morning, it's like better to give your stomach a moment to wake up first. A simple trick: have a glass of water, preferably warm or tepid water first, and then enjoy your coffee with or after a little breakfast. Let's look at habit number 2, skipping breakfast. Speaking of breakfast, skipping it is not good. Now, I'm not saying you need a 3-course meal, but totally bypassing breakfast can put your body into stress mode. When your body thinks it's starving, it can release stress hormones that can negatively impact your gut. Plus, it can throw off your blood sugar and make you more prone to reaching for less than ideal sugary choices later in the day, which your gut bacteria really don't like. And think of it less as a big rule and more about giving your body a signal that everything is okay and it's time to start the day. Even something small like a Greek yogurt or a piece of fruit can make a difference. Habit number 3, starting with a sugar fix. That brings us to this next one. Kicking off the day with refined sugars. We're talking about those sugary cereals, pastries, or even some pre-made smoothies. It might taste really great in the moment, but that massive sugar spike and the inevitable crash that follows, your gut microbiome feels that those bad bacteria in your gut just love sugar, and they'll start to flourish while the good, helpful bacteria get left behind. It's like throwing a party and only inviting the noisy, destructive guests. Opt for some, fiber or protein early on, some eggs, oatmeal, maybe some whole wheat toast or sourdough with avocado. Your gut bacteria will thank you, and you'll likely feel more consistently energized. Let's look at habit number 4, rushing and stressing. This is what we do every day in our daily lives. The stress fest that is the rushed morning. If you're waking up at the absolute last second, scarfing down food while racing out the door and feeling completely anxious before you've even started your work day, that stress is impacting your gut health. And it's not good. We all rush. You know, the brain and the gut are constantly talking together and communicating. And when you're stressed, your body diverts energy away from digestion. It can lead to all sorts of discomfort and throw off that delicate gut balance with your brain as well. You know, try waking up just 10 or 15 minutes earlier to allow yourself to move a little slower. Enjoy your breakfast. Be in the moment. Breathe and start the day on a calmer note. Your gut is way happier when you are too. It is. It's just like a shoe-in, guys. Look, none of us are perfect, and we all have those mornings where things just don't go as planned. And the goal isn't to be a health robot, but to just be mindful of these subtle things. Making even small changes can add up to a big difference in how your gut and you feel. Let me know in the comments which of these, do you think is your biggest struggle in the morning? And don't forget to hit subscribe if you want more realistic ways to live your healthiest life. And I want to thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time in the next video. Ciao.